It's time for your weekly obsession, bringing you the latest drag news, pageant talk, and interviews from the source for drag in Arizona and nationally, ArizonaDrag.com. Welcome to Drag Talk with your host, Edward Michael.
Good evening and welcome to ArizonaDrag.com Drag Talk. My name is Edward Michael and we are here for another episode of Drag Talk. I am still live from Las Vegas, Nevada, as we had the Miss Gay Sin City America pageant last night. We'll get into that in just a little bit. But tonight, my guests are USofA title holders. We're going to have Miss Gay Newcomer USofA, Alexxa Oasis, as well as Miss Gay Arizona USofA newcomer, Sandra X-tasy, as we get ready to kick off pageant season here in Arizona with the Miss Gay Arizona USofA newcomer pageant, which is happening this Saturday. And we'll talk about that a little bit later on. But right now, let's get into some drag news.
Girl, the shade of it all.
Up. I've had it with you. Go the home. I've had it officially.
I'm back again.
That was a choice.
Choices.
All right, in our drag news for this week, the Mr. and Miss Trans USA National Pageantry System has announced their date for the national pageant, October 30th, 2021, at the Marcus Performing Arts Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Now, this pageant will honor Arizona's own Mr. Trans USofA Eddie Broadway and Miss Trans USofA Bianca Nicole. More information will be available when registration opens for Mr. and Miss Trans USA. I'm looking forward to that pageant and going to Milwaukee, Wisconsin to support our hometown boy, Eddie Broadway. He will be stepping down after 2 years of Mr. and Miss, or as Mr. Trans USA. Moving on, the Mr. Gay America contest has launched a new website. If you haven't taken a look at it, you shall take a look at it. It's at mrgayamerica.net that has updated contestant information for you, as well as tickets for the national pageant, which is taking place August the 16th through the 18th in Las Vegas, Nevada. So please make sure you visit mrgayamerica.net to support the gentlemen who will be competing this year. Moving on with some drag news, former Miss Gay USofA and former Miss Continental Stasa Sanchez will appear on season 2 of the hit show Legendary. Legendary is a ballroom competition show. Stasha will be the house mother for the House of Gargon. Legendary is again a ballroom style competition as houses compete in themed ballroom challenges each week, and they will choose a superior house. Going to have the image of Stasa Sanchez come up right now on our screen for you to see when she announced it. There we go. That is a former Miss Continental and former Miss USofA. She will appear on the show Legendary, which will start streaming on May the 6th. All right, we're going to move on. We're going to move on to our pageant talk for this week.
I'm gonna get that crown. Let's move around. Let's take our bodies to. I'm gonna get that crown. Arms, arms, legs, legs, snatch. I'm gonna get that crown. Get the crown on, girl. Get the crown on, girl. Get the crown on, girl. I'm gonna get that crown. Snatch, 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 snatch. It's mine. 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 Snatch, snatch, snatch.
In our pageant talk for this week, the Miss Gay America pageant season has restarted with Miss Gay Sin City America being the first preliminary back since the COVID-19 pandemic. It kicked off right here in Las Vegas, Nevada with Miss Gay Sin City America. 5 contestants competed. Clarice Hart from New York City, Celebrity Star from Phoenix, Arizona, Deidre Windsor from Little Rock, Arkansas, Jessica T. Devereaux from Clearwater, Florida, and Fifi Tabois from New York City competed. It was definitely a who's who that was in the building from the America system, as you saw title holders from all systems, including Roman Tejor from Mr. Gay USofA, Simba R. Hall. A lot of the RuPaul girls were also in the building as well. Shangela, Alexis Mateo, Coco Montrese, a lot of former Miss Gay Americas. Larry Edwards was in the building as well. Our very own Barbara Seville hosted the competition, so it kind of felt like we were at home doing this preliminary. But at the end of the night, Fifi Dubois was crowned Miss Gay Sin City America, winning talent, male interview, and evening gown, as Deidre Windsor won onstage question. The first alternate was Jessica Devereaux. So Fifi Dubois and Jessica Devereaux will represent Sin City America at the National Miss Gay America pageant coming up this in January of 2022. Well, that's going to do it for our pageant talk. We're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll be with Miss Gay Arizona USofA newcomer Sandra X-tasy will be our special guest. And we're back. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please welcome Miss Gay Arizona USofA newcomer Sandra X-tasy to the show. Hi, Sandra.
Hi, how are you?
I am fantastic. Thank you so much for being a part of the program tonight.
Thank you for having me. How are you? I heard you was in Las Vegas. You are in Las Vegas right now, so are you enjoying there?
You know, I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time. I decided to stay an extra night and gamble a little bit more, you know.
Why you not inviting me?
Because you have to get ready for your step down.
I know. And I even finished my stuff, so.
See? All right. So we're going to get right into it. And if you have any questions in the chat room, please type them in the comments and Sandra will answer them. Let's start from the beginning. Just introduce yourself to people who may not know. Tell them like how long you've been doing drag, what you enjoy most about doing drag.
Well, my name is Sandra X-tasy. A lot of people know me because I'm a designer. I make all my clothes. I have my online underwear for men. And I just started doing the pageants just because Kira Daniels is one of the girls that was like, oh, she dance, she moves, she do everything. So I enjoy watching people in the pageant because I like to go to see Miss Universe. So when I go to that little pageant, for me, it's like, oh, I want to be there one day. Oh, I want to do this too. And I want to wear one of my gowns. And I was a little scared because my accent. And I like somebody told me, Kira Daniels told me, why you not start with Newcomer? And that's why I decided to go to Newcomer and say, why not? Let's go see what happened.
So let's talk about that experience. It was almost 2 years ago. How was that experience for you at Miss Gay USofA Newcomer? Was that your first national pageant?
Was my second time I competed because I competed first when Mia Adams. I was Miss
Hmm.
Supernova in 2018, and I win and I went to the national, and then I decided to come back because I met a lot of girls for different stages, a lot of people. So I enjoyed so much, and I said, why not? I'm gonna try one more time.
Nice. So if you don't know about the Miss Gay USofA Newcomer system, each contestant gets 3 attempts, so 3 years for them to be able to capture the title and compete for Miss Gay USofA Newcomer. After their 3-year eligibility, then they have to move on to other systems. Um, so let me ask you this. Will you go back for your third year?
Actually, I was decided to not do my third year no more because I was getting so busy with my stuff because the COVID, we had to close everything. So the two ladies, she was working with me. I had to just like not work. They're not coming to my house to start making my products and everything. So I had to make everything by myself. And I was like, oh, I'm not gonna do this anymore because it's gonna be so low my business and everything. But guess what? It was nice, though, because more people start going online and buy everything for online, and I sell my stuff online, and I get so busy. Now I'm so busy. So thank you, God, and I hope I have a little bit of time to do my third year. And I don't know how they want to work because it was 2 years ago when I had to be my third year. So I don't know what prelim I had to choose, which one is open, and like Arizona was only for Arizona people. Now it's open, so any contestant, anyone you want to compete in is USOA Arizona, they're welcome to come because the door open, so everything's still open to like compete still that day before the interview.
Nice. We got Robin. Robin Mansions in the chat room. She says, "I love Sandra."
Oh, thank you, I love you, I love you.
So let's start. Let's rewind a little bit. Tell me what made you want to get into the art of female impersonation.
Well, I was the one to be the actor, and as a boy, but I look like so gay and I was so skinny. I don't have the muscles like you had to be so handsome to be in TV. And one day, one of my friends told me, "You want to go to the club, a gay club?" I said, "Oh, but I'm only 16 years old." And he said, "Well, you need to just do your make and everything and show somebody else ID, and they will know you. You are the person and ID." I said, "Oh, I don't know." I said, "Yeah, let's go." And somebody do my makeup, and we went to the bar, and people said, "Oh, you're so cute. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, la la la." It's like, oh, so maybe I can be in the show. And I asked someone to like, can I be in the show? And she told me like, yes, why not? And you just had to do two numbers and do this and la la la. So we're gonna have a pageant and with the Latino community. So I do. My first number was Britney Spears. So and that was my first pageant. So I would do Britney Spears and I won. And I started like people asking me like, you have to do something else, and you're good at doing this. You have to do something else too, and pushing me. And then in the beginning it was only because I want to go to the gay club, not because I want to be a drag queen. And now I'm starting doing female impersonator um, everywhere. So now I'm starting my career in 2017. 2017, I believe, in Palm Springs, California, when Oscar covered it. So when someone that gave me the opportunity to do share, and they teach me how to do better my makeup. They teach me how to read the faces. They read me how to read the moves of people and focus the all the detail. So I decided to do only female impersonator now, not only do drag. So now I just do female impersonator. Now I'm working with Frank Marino, and we just in a little bit break because all that's what happened. And I'm gonna be in a new show in Vegas too. So it's gonna be 2 shows, and doing female impersonator as Selena, Lady Gaga, or Cher.
Nice. Yes, we'll we'll get into that a little bit later on. Do you remember the first song that you performed?
Yes. Was
What was
Oops,
it?
I Did It Again by Britney
Oh,
Spears.
oh yeah.
Yes.
You did that at the Latino club?
Yes, I'm doing the Latino clan. And a lot of people's like, why the Latina they want to do the white artist, or why you're not doing it in Spanish, because more of the people isn't doing it in Spanish. But I love Britney Spears. I would love to do Selena, but I was so skinny, and people said, "Oh, don't try to do never Selena because you're so skinny. Don't do it." And like, that's why I never do it till now. I'm a little bit more fat, a little bit more extra, and I try Selena, and then I can do Selena too.
Nice. So, so tell me, does Sandra have any drag children?
Yes, I had a couple ones, but I never give you the name or anything. But a lot of people start with me, and I just give you like you have to own name because I know how the people is that. So, but like a lot of people started my show because it was Sandra in Ecstasies. But when people invited me to his show, they start calling me Sandra Ecstasy, like my last name. But was not my last name, was my group. And people start calling me Sandra Ecstasy, Sandra Ecstasy. So now people call me Sandra Ecstasies. But I have people that start with me, and I'm so proud of these people because I knew they're gonna do good. Was Gracia Montes de Oca, Jimena Cavalli, Sasha Brad, and so many other Latinas that start in my group, and they believe in me, and they're like, can you help me like dance with me and do like a couple artists together and do like a group, and you're gonna be this one and I'm gonna be that, and I made all the clothes for everybody. Like I was sewing.
So we have a question in the chat room from Miguel Rodriguez. He says, "What kind of advice would you give a first timer wanting to do a national pageant?"
Well, I'm gonna give you this advice. In the beginning, I was so afraid because about my strong accent. But if you see something in you and you believe in yourself and you know you're gonna do something good, just forget what people say. Don't read comments. Don't listen to no one. Just focus on you and do your best and do what you can do as a person and show your talent, your personality, and who you are. Because the more important is believe in yourself to just show it everybody else. As a sample, I'm gonna say I was a little bit in my little ball. I don't want to go up from there because I was so afraid about my accent. And when I went to Palm Springs and I get this opportunity, I don't need to speak because you performing, just the artist singing, you just listening. So just be you. And the interview, you have to be fun and try, because if you never try, you're never gonna know if you're good or not and what you want to do.
Awesome. So let's talk about, you spoke about it a little bit earlier, your new show with Frank Marino, that is going to be starting again in Las Vegas. Tell me, how did you get the opportunity to be a part of that show?
Um, well, now my drag mother is Kenny Rice from Las Divas. He's the one he started teaching me how to do the face for Lady Gaga. Kevin, he teach me how to do Cher. He teach me how to do Dolly, Kenny Rice, Celine Dion, and so many other artists. And now I'm doing Selena. So Frank Marino, he was looking for Selena and see the capacity. I think he have something in. He want almost the same size of the girls, the same quality of the girls, and see his the passion for work and that responsibility you get in time. You never say, "Oh, I'm drunk," or "I'm not gonna be in time," because excuses. But he was looking at me all the time when I went to Palm Springs. So I think my ex bags was done good. I was so happy because I was in time. I was uh, and the way he teach me, I was going that way. So primary he like something like you have to be. I don't know how to say in English that word. But you
What
have
is
to.
it?
You
Tell
have
it.
to.
Tell me in Spanish. I'll say it in English.
Okay, you have. Um, tienes que ser demasiado responsable y enfocarte en lo que realmente tú quieres, porque um, lo importante es la responsabilidad y la puntualidad para él.
So you have to be really focused into what you want to do because he um he wants you to be the best that you can be.
Sí, just because you're, I forgot that word already, but when you're focused on something and you just follow the rules, because they have so many rules, and you have to be in time, you have to be ready, you have to be. I mean, it's a lot of people thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna enjoy everything." Sometimes you never enjoy because you have to change your makeup quickly, you have to run, you have to learn this. If you practice and you have to go in that way, if you get confused and going that way, the guy he's had a reflector.
Hmm.
So you move a different way, reflector going that way. You know what I mean? You always have to be focused and pay attention and everything what you're doing. So, and he told me,
Nice.
I look like Selena, and I said, yes. So he gave me the job.
So I'm going to put up a photo of you as Selena. What made you want to do Selena as a character? Just because they were looking for one?
No, I love Selena since I was a little boy. And I had
Hmm.
so many pictures when I was in Mexico when my family and I grew up listening Selena and my sister. And I remember I was in school when they said Selena died. And I never thinking I'm gonna do Selena and my future or do something with Selena because I was so skinny. And all my friends said, "Okay, you performing, but don't do Selena because you're so skinny. We know you love Selena, but don't do it." So I was looking for skinny like Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, and Celine Dion, all the skinny ones because Selena was a little more big, and my face was so skinny too. So it's like, oh, you can do that. So I decided to do Selena um, when I going to perform when Pussy La Who, and I think it was something about Cinco de Mayo, and I said, ah, why not? I'm gonna do Selena, and
Nice.
I trying to do Selena the face for the first time, and people like it. So Frank Marino saw my video in live and he took a screenshot and sent to Kenny Rex, and Kenny Rex sent me the picture to me and said, "Look, Frank Marino, he said you look beautiful and you look like Selena." I said, "Oh, say thank you." But I don't read when Frank Marino he say that to him and the bottom and say, "Oh, he's coming to Las Vegas. I want to see him in person." And I don't read that part of the message, so I was excited because he said he want to see me. So
So let's just take a brief look of your other illusions. Cher, Lady
and
Gaga. Nice. We have a question in the chat room. It says, would you consider competing in Miss Universal Latina USA in Washington D.C.?
I never heard about the pageant, but if they give me the information, why not? I love pageants. My favorite part of the pageant is eating gown. So that's why I like to go in any pageant. So I know after my third year, so I had to choose a different pageant. And I was thinking maybe I'm going to do America. So I don't know because I do female impersonator and I don't see so many female impersonator and do America. So I don't know how it's going to do work or
Well,
something.
hopefully Javon will send you the information. So there you
Yeah.
go, Javon. So speaking about pageants, let's talk about your step down Miss Gay Arizona USofA Newcomer is happening this Sunday, August the 24th at Cobalt Bar. Um, I believe tickets are sold out already.
Yes, because it's gonna be only in tables,
Uh-huh.
so that's why it's sold out so quickly. But I hope something changed before Saturday, and a lot of bars are open now, so that they're required to use masks sometimes. So I think all the rules still in co-bar. So
Yeah. So tell me, it's been 2 years in the making that you have stepped down, and now the winners of this pageant are going to have almost a full year and a few months because Miss Gay US of A Newcomer is not going to happen until August of 2022. Um, what what advice can you give the contestants? Tell me what you're looking forward to the most about having your step down.
well, I want every girl who's gonna be in the pageant this Saturday. I want to enjoy, be yourself, and don't be scared. And please don't focus to win, because when you focus so much in something, you lose everything else, and you block. So if you just enjoy the pageant and be professional and be yourself and trying to make friends, because it's when you're gonna know a lot of people, because it's gonna be a lot of people for different states. I'm so happy because it's gonna be here Kenya Rex, and like yes, and I'm gonna give it to these girls something that Roberto Silva is making, because they had to pick the numbers and everything. So well, I'm
We
gonna
have
say
one.
you have to send me the picture of that tongue.
We have one of the promoters, Richie, in the room. He says outside seating is open, so that's general admission, and they will also be playing the pageant on the TVs and the projector screens outside. So if you want to attend the pageant, outside seating is available. All the inside seating is taken. They'll also have a projector outside so you can see the pageant. So you mentioned your brand, so let's talk about it. Roberto da Silva, fashion designer. You are a designer. Tell us a little bit about what you make. Where can people find that stuff?
Well, you can find me in www.robertodesilva.com. You can see all my new styles for Roberto de Silva underwear. So we have job stars, thong, boxer brief, bikinis, and everything. Now I had a new collection for the swimsuits. So because the more important when you're going to, well, I hope it's getting pool parties again, because I'm missing that. I love it. I'm a little fat right now. I'm working out right now too. So, but I sell all my stuff for there for Roberto de Silva. But you can go to my Instagram, Roberto de Silva too. You see something I make in there, because sometimes I make one of the kind pieces. So I have some fabric and say I'm gonna make these 5 different pieces, and I'm not gonna make it again. So some people have unique pieces, and I do leotards for drag queens. I do gowns. I do quinceañeras dresses for quinceañeras girls, wedding dresses, prom dresses, and actually I just kind to going do more boy stuff, because I don't do a lot for a male impersonator. So I'm working in that too. So and I'm gonna have a new collection for bikinis for women, because they're asking me a lot of women. So like, why only boys? They have to be only boys. Why not girls? Boys, I like boys.
Well, Teddy Michael says he needs my pair. He says I need my pair. So hopefully Teddy
We're gonna be
Michael
a
will.
Tom, but we're gonna need a picture.
There you go. Well, Sandra, I have to thank you for taking some time to come on and talk about your drag career and talk about your upcoming pageant. I think you've done an excellent job as Miss Gay Arizona US of A Newcomer. I'm looking forward to being at the pageant on Saturday to celebrate your success and crown the new winner. So I want to thank you so much for being on the program.
Thank you for having me. And remember, this Saturday at 5 is gonna be the open the doors. So get your seat if you don't have a table.
All right, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you. That was Sandra, X-tasy, Miss Gay, Arizona, USofA Newcomer. Again, the pageant is this Saturday at Cobalt. There will have general admission seating, first come, first serve on the patio. They will have the pageant playing live on the projector. So if you want to attend that, definitely check us out at Cobalt on Saturday. Pageant promoters Richie and Rudy have been doing a great job. And I hear that there are some very good contestants, so you're not going to want to miss it. When we come back, we're going to have Miss Gay, USofA Newcomer, on with us as our very special guest. And we're going to bring Sandra back a little bit later on as well. So we'll be right back right after this commercial break. Pride Land Production, LLC presents Mr. Gay America 2021, honoring Mr. Gay America 2019 and 2020, Simba R. Hall, August 16th to the 18th, 2021, at the Mosaic on the Strip in Las Vegas, Nevada. Come watch over 40 gentlemen compete to become the next symbol of excellence. For tickets and host hotel information, visit MrGayAmerica.net. We hope to see you in Las Vegas, Nevada for Mr. Gay America 2021, brought by Prideland Production, LLC. That's right. Mr. Gay America is coming up this August in Las Vegas, Nevada. So get your tickets if you want to attend that pageant at MrGayAmerica.net. But right now, let's welcome to the program. He has been waiting patiently in our green room without any kind of snacks or cocktails because we're virtual. Please welcome Miss Gay, USofA Newcomer, Alexis Oasis. Hi.
Hello. Hi. Thank you so much for having me on.
How are you doing? Thank you so much for being patient. Sandra
I'm
talks a
good.
lot.
I was about to say she needs to give me my turn already. No, I love her so much. No, I've been good. I've been trying to stay busy. I keep telling myself that I'm blessed and happy that I still have a job and I still get to do my shows, and so I'm very very blessed about that. So just staying busy.
So let's start with the beginning.
Mhm.
Of your pageant career. How long have you been doing, or just your drag career in general? How long have you been doing drag?
So I started female impersonation. I want to say now it'll be 3 years in November. So about 2.5 years almost. I started actually. It was a not a hobby, more of like a bucket list kind of thing. I had a lot of friends who did female impersonation back in the Valley, which is Westlaco, McAllen, Brownsville area, and I always kind of wanted to step in their shoes. I was like, I know they go through a lot, I know that they put so much effort and time and money into all this. And I was like, I want to be in their shoes. Like, I want to see what it's like. And my best friend had made a joke when we were back at home, and he was like, you're going to like it. He's like, one of these days, watch, you're just going to keep doing it over and over. And I'm like, no, it's going to be like a one-time thing. And so I got ready for like a month. I got ready for a month, and I got my wig. I got my costume. I even had my first mix on a CD, and I tried to be like as prepared as possible because he loved drag. He loves drag, and he told me, he's like, you're not gonna go out there and you're not gonna embarrass yourself. He's like, so you're gonna be prepared. And then it just kicked off after that. I got the taste of being on stage, and I love it, and I love it so much.
And where's your hometown?
So I'm from Westlaco, Texas, which is in the Valley. So it's like a lot of people don't know, it's South Padre Island, Brownsville, McAllen area. It's by the border pretty much. So that's where I'm from. But I'm currently living in Houston, Texas.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
So do you come from any drag family?
So I do have a drag dad. His name is Devin Oasis. I started out in the Valley, and he's competed for Mr. Texas. He's competed for Mr. USofA regular, and Mr. USofA at large, and he's gone on very far. And so he just kind of took me under his wing, and my drag sisters also, they all showed me how to sew. They showed me how to do my own makeup and hair. So I had a very, very good family that was able to help me and my upbringing in drag.
So where does your drag name come from, the first part? How did you get Alexxa?
So I wanted to keep the A because my name is Abraham. So I wanted to
Uh-huh.
keep the A in the name, and me and my best friend were just at home one day, and we were just like, well, let's throw some names around and see what we can get. Um, and what's funny is he had an Alexa speaker, and he had called it to play a song or something. I forgot what he had done, and then I was like, that kind of sounds pretty cool. What don't you think? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, well, let's do it, Alexa. But I put it with two X's. So,
Oh.
and he was like, why don't you do three? I'm like, like, that's a little too dirty for me, but we'll stick with the two.
So let's talk about your national title, Miss Gay
Mhm.
USofA Newcomer. How many was this your first attempt at it, or did you do the first two
Uh,
and then you won on the third?
so it was actually my first attempt. I actually won a national title within a 6-month span. So I prepared to qualify for Texas Newcomer, which was my prelim in Corpus. So I went to Corpus and I competed in Miss Gay Sparkling City USofA Newcomer, which was a city prelim to a state pageant for Texas Newcomer. I had won that one and I won with every single category, and I was very, very lucky. Well, not lucky. I want to say hardworking because I know I worked very hard for it. I went on to Texas and I competed in Texas, and I actually made first alternate to Sin City, who is the current Miss Texas Newcomer right now. Her give up is actually going to be in May 5th and 6th. And then I went on to nationals and I won my first time. So that was pretty much between March and August.
But that wasn't your first title, right? Because I know you're a former Miss Queen of the South, is it? Diva of the South?
Diva of the South. So the story with that is I went to Corpus, which is my first one. My first title was actually Miss Sparkling City USofA Newcomer, which was a
Mhm.
Saturday. And I went up to Corpus and drove up there, and then that next Sunday was Diva of the South. So I went straight back home. I jumped in. I was like, you know what? Like I feel good. Like I got this win under my belt. Why not? I mean, it's at my home bar, and it was all my friends and family were going to help me anyway, and I already had a good support system, so I was like, let me try it. And so the next day I went on to win Diva of the South.
So do you have a passion for pageantry? Like, what made you want to jump in it right away?
So the story with how I started was with pageant wise is I went with I don't know if Lady B,
Hmm.
former Miss Texas Newcomer. She also
Hmm.
went on to win national to compete in nationals. Sorry, and
Hmm.
she invited me to dance for her. Right when I was barely starting with drag, she had invited me to dance for her for nationals, and I was like, of course, I think it's amazing. I had just danced for Dion Summers at USofA, and I thought it was a lot of fun. I loved it so much, and that was a really good experience for me. I said, why not also do Newcomer? And when I saw Ava De Leon get crowned, and I was just there in the crowd, I literally told myself, I was like, that's gonna be me. Like, I'm gonna do that. Like, I want to be up there. Like, I want that. And it kind of just sparked like this big fire in me, and I told myself, I was like, I'm gonna work hard and I'm gonna do this. And when I met up with Daryl in San Antonio later, a few months later after that, I told him too. I was like, he makes a joke about it now, and he's like, I honestly would have never fully like dove in 100% on that comment you had given to me, because I told him, I said, I'm gonna be Miss USofA Newcomer one day. And he kind of was like, well, okay, yeah, you just started drag, so get better, learn a little more, and there I was.
So let's talk about your reign because you've had a
Mhm.
unique reign like many other national title holders. So
Yes,
you won in August of 2019.
yes.
Did you even get to start your prelim season?
I actually did. So I started, my first prelim was Illinois, Newcomer, and I had started that one. And I believe I did a few others actually. I did Georgia, Illinois. I had done Supernova as well, Iron Throne, Newcomer. I had at least about four, like 5 or 6 prelims that had already happened. Actually, I'm lying. I think it was like 7 prelims that I already had. So I was almost halfway with my preliminary season, and then that's when the pandemic had hit, because my last prelim was Iron Throne, which was in Oklahoma, and then after that, that's when everything was completely shut down.
Yes, and then Daryl Newman, who's the national pageant owner,
Yes.
decided to cancel the prelim in
Hmm.
2020 and then has already canceled the prelim for 2021. So and now you're going to have it hopefully in August of 2022. Tell me, how have you, as a national title holder, kept those contestants that already qualified motivated, and those contestants that you have waiting to compete? How did you keep them motivated with the pandemic that happened, people losing
Mhm.
jobs, the shows not happening for an entire year?
Mm.
How was that for you? How did you handle that situation? How did you keep these contestants motivated?
If I'm being 100% honest, I was more concerned for their well-being. I was more concerned about making sure that they were on their feet. I never once tried to message them about, "Hey, how's your package going?" Or
Mhm.
"What do you need for the pageant?" One of my first few questions that I asked everybody afterwards was, "How are you doing? How have you been? I know this has been really hard. Like, I don't want you to think about trying to get ready for a pageant. I'd rather you just focus on yourself, get back on your feet." And I made sure that everybody felt that way. I said it wasn't not a concern, but it wasn't a big concern, more so as in I just wanted them to make sure they were okay, they were back on their feet, they were being safe, that we could completely get through this so that once we are through this, we can actually focus back on getting back into pageant season. After that, of course, after I made sure the girls were, everybody was okay, little by little, I kind of started making sure everybody was good. I would try to private message everybody here and there to make sure that the girls were good if they needed anything. And that's another thing that I had for myself when I became Miss USofA Newcomers. I learned how to sew. I learned how to make my own mixes. I tried to do makeup. I do a little bit of hair. So I wanted to be self-sufficient enough, not only for myself, but for anybody else that needed it. So I made sure that they were okay first with their well-being throughout this pandemic before I even gave them any questions about what was going on with our pageant.
Now, Newcomer has been one of the largest national pageants with over
Yes.
50 contestants in recent years. Do you feel that the pandemic is going to hinder that, or are you on the road to still having
Mhm.
50 plus contestants?
Well, my hopefully, um, I think we have such a good sisterhood, such a good system in place for people who want to learn, who want to grow, and that's another reason why I joined Newcomer too, was because it wasn't more so of a I want to start competing. It was like I knew that this pageant system and this pageant division was for me to learn, for me to grow. And I know there's a lot of queens out there who, whether they're seasoned, whether they're new, like you always have something to learn, and that's the same thing that I tell myself every single day, is you will always learn something new from everybody that you meet. So whenever all that not have as many contestants, but what I do have now, I don't know if it was going away. uh no, is it working?
There we go. I think
Are
we're
we on?
back.
Is it okay?
We are. Can you hear me?
Mm,
It looks like we're having some technical difficulties. Are you there?
uh, I don't know
We
that
could.
my
Okay. We're gonna try to get her. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
yes, now I can. Okay. Yes, I
Okay,
can hear you.
okay, okay.
I
Okay.
was like,
I'm
it
so
kind of
sorry.
froze for a little bit. uh,
All right. So Alexa is gonna try to reconnect with us, and we're gonna allow her to finish her thought before I think we have her back. You
there we
there?
go. There
Okay,
we go.
cool.
I don't know what happened. It just kind of went in and out like that. Um,
So we were talking about the pandemic maybe
mhm.
affecting the total numbers that are going
Yeah.
to be at Newcomer. And go ahead and finish your thought.
So I'm very hopeful that we can get girls back in, and of course I want to reach out to anybody and everybody that does want to compete. Um, I know that now that Daryl has postponed the pageant until next year, it gives everybody a little more time to get back on their feet, to make sure that they're okay. And then if they are okay, of course, I would love for them to come and compete and to try to join our sisterhood. And I love it. It's great. It's amazing. And I wish that everybody else can experience what I've experienced. So I'm hopeful that we can get back to our 50.
Now, this Saturday, you're going to restart your preliminaries. Is that correct?
Um,
Or did you already have
technically,
one?
technically yes and no, because I had my Oklahoma Newcomer was my first one. And then I
Okay.
had the virtual prelim in San Diego. Sorry, I'm lying. San Francisco,
Okay.
California Newcomer. So that was a virtual pageant, and I had Oklahoma. So my prelims kind of already started, but more so rolling into actually being there and being present and having actually the full pageant be put on.
Nice. So have you ever been to Arizona?
Yes, I was in Arizona for Supernova last year, and I
Okay.
love it. I think it was so great. Mia brought me in. She's an amazing hostess. She's an amazing pageant promoter, and she was able to get me to work at other places, and I had the opportunity to work here and there in Arizona, and I loved it. I thought it was great. The skies are beautiful. The landscapes are beautiful. I think it's so awesome, and so I'm very excited to be back.
So you're going to be a few places this weekend. You're going to be
Mhm.
at BS West on Thursday night. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Friday night at Caramba.
Mhm.
Saturday, of course, is the main event, the pageant. Then Saturday night, you're going to be at Charlie's Phoenix, as well as on Sunday, you're going to be at Charlie's Phoenix. So, what can
Yes.
people expect from a performance? What style or what kind of performance should we expect from Miss Gay
I
USofA Newcomer?
I love a lot of music. Like I'm very, very into a lot of music. Um,
I think we may have lost him again. Oh,
Does it work?
we
Am
there?
I there?
We can hear you. We can hear you. We're going to try to get him back on. You back on?
Uh-oh. Might be my.
This is a
There we go.
live
I
program.
know.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It might be
Oh
my
no,
signal.
you're
So,
fine. You're fine.
you can expect to see a lot from. I love performing all kinds of music. Like I can go from Britney to Lady Gaga to doing Selena. To doing old school drag mixes. It's a very big range that I have of my music that I love, and that I could hopefully perform at my best for anybody and everybody.
So we're going to bring down the queen or we're going to bring on again the queen that will be stepping down, Sandra X-tasy, back to the program. Hi, Sandra.
Hi.
Oh, let's see. Can we go back? Oh, there we go. So, what do you ladies want to talk about?
I have a question for Alexxa. I have a
Yes.
question. I want to know
¿Qué pasó?
what we're gonna do the new girls, the girls for her the third year, the second year, because I think it's gonna be more than 50 girls in there because
Mhm.
we're gonna have the 2019 and 2020 and 2021 for next year.
Well, hopefully we have more than 50, right? So to answer your question, anybody and everybody who, when the pandemic started, if you were on your last year, your years are it's paused, so it's frozen. So let's say you're gonna have your third year, right? Your time has been paused, so you will be coming into your last year this year. So next year, when you compete for nationals in 2022, that'll be your third and final year. For girls in their second, would be their second, first, and their first. I don't know if that makes
So
sense.
you say you already have Miss California, right? The 2020. I mean,
We
the 20 was
Yes,
2020 or 2019? No, 2020, right?
2020. Yeah, she just actually had the virtual prelim, and so she is already crowned. And then we also have our San Diego, which is also in California as well too. So that's Cassandra Bontis.
So you're gonna have the 2021 Miss California too?
I believe he already announced it, and yes, so there will be another prelim for Miss California Newcomer, which is going to be in, I believe, I'm trying to remember, but I believe it was in. Let me
Because
get the right date. I don't want to say it wrong.
Because
it's
Sandra
close to
he
is
did.
me. California is close to me, and a lot of people from California love me
Yeah.
so much. So I think I'm gonna choose California, but I'm gonna feel so weird like my last year,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna do my 2021 when I was 2 years ago. So what's gonna happen with the new girls? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're gonna be
So
so many people for.
there is going to be. Yeah. So there is going to be a Miss West Coast USofA Newcomer 2022. So that's in California. It's actually the second preliminary. So that was the virtual that just happened, and he will have also a pageant being held for the next year, so that he won't technically skip a year. So he'll have his 2020 qualified contestants and his 2022 qualified contestants.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you both for being on the program. I'm looking forward to seeing you both. I don't know if you know this, Alexxa, but I work at Charlie's, so I will be working with you both Saturday and Sunday. So I look forward to that.
Yes, I know.
I look forward to watching the pageant on Saturday with Sandra. And I wish Sandra the best of luck in her new adventure in Las Vegas with Frank Marino. And I wish you the best of luck as you continue on through your reign. So thank you both for being a part of the program tonight.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, that was Miss Gay Arizona USofA Newcomer and Miss Gay USofA Newcomer. Once again, the pageant is this Saturday, April the 24th at Cobalt Bar. The inside has already been sold out, but the outside is going to be first come, first serve. They will have the pageant playing on a projector. It is all COVID restrictions happening at the bar, so it is a very limited seating as of this time. Of course, you can follow ArizonaDrag.com. We'll be providing pageant highlights. Don't think you're going to watch the whole pageant. We're going to be providing pageant highlights throughout the night. So we're looking forward to that. That's this Saturday, Miss Gay Arizona USofA Newcomer, produced by Richie and Rudy. They have done a phenomenal job putting together this pageant. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of Drag Talk. I want to thank you all for tuning in, and we will catch you next week with an all-new episode of Drag Talk.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Drag Talk. For the latest news, pageant updates, and interviews, visit us online at ArizonaDrag.com and follow us on all social media platforms. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch you next week for more Drag Talk.